What is good, Neo family? It's Rey-Jay back with another video, and in this one I'm going to be talking about the one and only Neo stock and answer the question, can Neo break past $100 a share this year for the year 2022? Can we actually do that? What is the realistic price target for this year? What is going on with their sales and their earnings, and everything you should be knowing about Neo going forward. Now, before I do get started and get into any more details, I do have to mention a couple of very important things. The first thing is I'm not a financial planner, so please do not take this as financial advice. And also, if you guys can, please smash the like button if you want to see more videos like this. It not only benefits me, but benefits the entire Neo community as a whole. And the last thing is, if you guys can, please check out the Moomoo link down below in the description. If you do sign up for Moomoo and deposit $100, you're not only going to qualify for up to 5 free stocks, each worth up to $3,500, but you're also going to get a free Neo share. So if you want a free Neo share and the opportunity to trade Neo on the Hong Kong exchange, check out the offer down below. With that out of the way, let's get on with the video. So looking at Neo, obviously it's doing very, very well right now. But then the real question is, when this thing's reversing, how high is it going to go for this year? I'm about to give you guys a really good estimate about that. So check this out right here. We have earnings coming out next week, and this is going to be very huge for Neo. So for the preview, I want you guys to realize that, look, they are going to announce the fact that they had really good deliveries for the Q4 revenue. On top of that, for the fourth quarter, we did see about 25,034 vehicles that were delivered. Once again, killing it. That's a 44.3% year over year increase. Once again, they killed it. That's even better than Q3 of last year. Now, on top of that, we had 91,429 vehicles for 2021. Let's go, guys. They absolutely killed it. So I am anticipating, if you consider the fact that the market is shifting its dynamic, and I'm going to show you why I'm saying that and what on earth is being suggested here. So going right over here, I'm going to show you guys the SPY. This is what the SPY is looking like. It's just ripping up and up and up. I mean, the SPY looks really bullish right now. Really, really bullish. So what I'd anticipate for the SPY is a run up, maybe a bit of a pullback before this thing rips really hard up, right? And this could all happen within a day. It's looking really bullish. And then you could say the same thing about the IWM. So when I anticipated going into the remainder of this year, maybe not the remainder of the year, but at least in the upcoming months, is the fact that the IWM had really high short interest, like 50% short interest. So what's happening is the shorts were just exhausting this thing. Their algos were shorting this like crazy. And what's happening is they're on the verge of these margin calls, because right now it's a very bad position for the shorts to be in, because the cost to borrow money is going up. On top of that, the entire dynamic of this market is flipping. And there are many companies like Neo that are doing so well fundamentally. So I am seeing a squeeze like event to really play out for a lot of these small to mid caps. I know Neo is not necessarily a small cap, but it definitely will run with them because of the fact that this thing has very high short interest. It's a very manipulated stock. These big hedge funds, they do not like to see it run. And like I said, it doesn't matter, because I see this thing running for this year. So if we do see this, squeeze like event taking place this year, where is this going to set Neo, right? So looking at their sales, we're seeing increases year over year, month over month. They're getting better and better and better. And it makes me very excited because they have a pretty good share of the entire market in China. I think in 2021, they had like a 20% share for just the SUVs alone. So they're known for the SUVs. And now we have the sedans coming out. They're going to be starting deliveries for the ET7, ET5 towards the later months of this year. They're doing very well, very, very well fundamentally. So I am expecting this to perhaps start to reflect in their share price, because now the bulls are gaining control. Once again, it's the bulls that have control, because when you go back to the chart, I'm going to show you this right here. I think we had a gap somewhere. The gap was right here. I was telling you guys about this between 20 and 19. It's like 19.07. We filled the gap and we didn't stop there. We just kept going. So, like I said, guys, it looks really bullish right now. Really, really bullish. So, what I anticipate for the later months of this year, I anticipate this thing to start running really, really hard going into the next upcoming months because in the past we saw this thing at $67 before, right? Last year around February, or around January, we were at $67. So going into the future, for this year, my price target is as we gradually start growing, as we hit the summertime and these companies start to really spur up, I do think that there's some limitations that are going to stop it from maybe going to $100 flat this year. I do think we can break that, but you have to remember that the US was probably going to be entering a recession, and them doing that is going to affect the value of Neo's sell orders, their deliveries, and that's because their revenue, it may not be worth as much because of this. It's going to affect the whole market, but given that squeeze momentum it's going to have, to me it doesn't matter too much. And I think that this thing could actually go as high as $80, 80, maybe as high as 100 on a more bullish scenario. It's just a little bit hard to make that perfect claim considering what's going on with the world. Some people are anticipating that, there's a lot of tension between China and Taiwan. We also have the Russia situation, but to me, it does not matter. And from where I see this going, if I'm going to draw this out for you, let me bring up a polyline. What could happen is Neo has their earnings, right? We're going to run up like this, maybe as high as the $30 range. That's going to be insane. After the earnings, we're going to drop a little bit, trade kind of sideways, and slowly start to pick up some steam. Ever so slowly. Then as things start heating up, right, as we get into like the months such as, I'd say like around June, and this is given the current market conditions, as long as things are really well, this thing could really start to soar. It's possible. I'm not guaranteeing this. I'm not a financial planner, right? But this is just very possible and very probable that we could soar really hard if we do start to see that squeeze like event take place. And then what could happen is we might see some sideways action, maybe a bit of a drop after, but then slowly we're going to gain our momentum as they get better fundamentally. We see better sales, better revenue, and when the bulls get that control that they have been after for so long, we'll just keep running. And it is possible that towards the end of this year, we could end up closing the year at around, not quite sure, between I'd say the $80 and $100 range. That's very, very possible. And that is what I do think can end up happening to this company as long as things do go according to plan, right? And that is how I see it going. I know that some months may not be as great because of the chip shortage, but we could end up going that high, or we could end up closing the year somewhere within this range, around like the $80 to $90 range. But like I said, guys, I'm not guaranteeing anything, right? Because I'm not a financial planner. Nothing in the market is 100% guaranteed. But I will tell you this: growth like this is 100% possible for a company like Neo. Because look at the chart like this. Back when the bulls had control, look at this growth we had. From $2 all the way up to 60. It was very, very steady. And we can definitely see something like that play out again if the company continues to run the way it is, because it has very good fundamentals. The fundamentals of this company are there. All we're waiting for is for it to really show in the share price. And considering the fact that the market's not good for those on margin, I think it could be really, really good for this company. Now, anyways, I want to thank you all for listening. Please have a great weekend, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Neo to the moon, and peace out.